Welcome. So today we would be analyzing the UPSC paper that happened yesterday, and this UPSC paper for geography optional was, I would say, directly from the study material that we have provided. There was not a single question outside its ambit except for the sections on contemporary topics which we have been regularly covering on our channel. So even from the map locations, all the map locations this time were contemporary. We'll discuss those as we discuss the paper 2. So to begin with paper 1. Now paper 1, the first section, the questions were very obvious. So if you have been a student of geography or if you have gone through the subject carefully, you would be able to answer each and every question. Glacial lake outburst flood, a very important topic. It had been added as one of the recent topics. We have discussed it even in the lecture series. So one of the very expected questions this time when we discuss the series of expected classes. Solifluction, again when we have been talking about landslides. Then NAPES, that is the formation under the folds and faults. Air mass, local winds, ocean currents, ocean tides, the fundamental difference. Denudation chronology, deep sea mining, very important, and this is in line with the exploration of rare earth minerals, right? The next is man-wildlife conflict. Now this had been a special edition of Down to Earth. We had covered it recently again in one of the lectures. The tricellular circulation model, one of the very fundamental models in atmospheric system. UN decade for ecosystem restoration. Now again, this question, man-wildlife conflict, these are few of the questions which are related to the contemporary happenings. But again, one of the very expected questions, rising Himalayas, well explained under the very basic concepts of plates interacting with each other. The next is the Amazon and Congo. Now this has been covered in the concept where we have discussed the tipping point and the deforestation under Amazon in a separate lecture. Again, nearly in 2024 there was a special edition of Down to Earth which discussed on the phenomena that has been happening in Amazon, and it has been automatically creating a cycle for its own destruction, right? So that's what we have explained as a tipping point. The next is the balance of energy between Earth's atmosphere. Barrier islands, again a question under the coral reef phenomena. Coming on to the sections on human geography, welfare approach. Now one of these approaches are asked every time, so welfare approach was one which has been asked this time. Talking about the critical minerals. Now critical mineral, this is the second question in line. The first question we have seen in the section A. This is again a second question here. The next is the factors affecting internal migration. Now here one of the very important aspect that you must include is the climate induced migration, which is very important in light of the recent internal migrations. Regional imbalances, again there are potential sectors. So there has been another question, I believe the Peru's question of growth models, the Peru's growth pole theory, right? So again related questions, demographic transition theory, oil as an important energy security, this was very likely question. Plantation crops, then talking about the language and the cultural regions. Dichotomy and dualism, well expected question. System analysis, the closed and the open system and the loops under those. Primate city and its development. Now all of these questions, let me go to the explanation here and you'll be able to well understand what we are trying to say here. So just a second, I'll be yes, so what we are trying to do here is we are trying to understand the topics that have come directly from the section here, right? So if we go on to the list of topics, you would see under the geomorphology we have origin and evolution and the various concepts under the plate tectonics. So that's one of the direct questions. The denudation chronology was again one of the direct questions that have been asked, the denudation chronology and erosional factors. Then we have been talking about the various various factors which pertain to climate. So under the climate, we have been mainly focusing on the tricellular model. So the winds and the atmospheric circulation becomes important. Air mass was another important topic. Then under the oceanography, coral reefs, the barrier islands was one of the questions. Then deep sea mining, again an important question. So those were very direct questions. Under the biogeography, we had the questions on the basics of the biogeographical fundamentals. And then under the section on human geography, many of the questions were very direct. So dichotomy, dualism, well discussed. Again, system analysis, well discussed. Then we have the concept of welfare approach. So these were some of the very direct questions. Then coming on to the various other sectors, we have seen how the location models have been asked, but this time the growth pole models were the key focus. So the demographic models under the population theories, the demographic transition theory was very important. Under the settlement geography, we have seen about the changing landscape. And then the next one is the sections on culture, so cultural region and classification, and oil politics. So geopolitics of energy, oil and gas is one of the major topics that we have discussed in the book. And finally, in the regional planning, we have gone through the various theories and the sections on the growth pole theory as one of the important theories that you can see. Okay, so that was it. And now coming on to the next section. Now this section that we would be focusing is the paper 2. So paper 1, as we saw, was very obvious. Now paper 2, the most interesting part this time was the section on map location. Each and every location was part of some of the things related to the contemporary happening. So Rishikulya River was one of the very important questions. Well-known place for olive riddle mass nesting site. Datar Hills, known by the Datarya site, that is a close amalgamation of Hindu and Muslim unity in the regions of Junagadh opposite to Girnar. Then you have Kikruma. Kikruma is known for its water management system in Nagaland. So again, a very important location that we could say. The next one is the Chotrindya Talya, and this is one of the major centers where you see the coking coal, and this is located in the regions of Jharkhand. Bayalu, very important. Now Bayalu is the part of IDSN, that is the Indian Deep Space Network. Nearly 32 meters of antenna for space exploration has been established. Uttaralai is again one of the very important locations, and this was in news under the Operation Sindoor. This is the site for the Indian Armed Forces at Barmer in Rajasthan. Srivijayapuram, we have already discussed in one of our shorts, is the new name for Port Blair. Then we have the various locations like Geetaban, one of the very important locations, and Geetaban is a new town that has been established between Shantiniketan and Bolapur, and it is on line of the vision of Tagore's philosophy, the idea behind the Tagore's concept, and therefore has been important, right? The next is Karevas. Karevas, one of the very important phenomena that we see under physical geography in Kashmir. Then we have the cropping patterns and agricultural activities in Himalayan region. The tourism, and this time it was a specific question on nautical tourism, very important, as we had already discussed in our previous lectures. Now, considering the tariffs and all those things, pharma sector has been into news, and therefore concentration of pharma sector on the western coast of India was another important question. Coral reef, again a very important question. It was seen in paper 1 as well, paper 2 again. Agricultural sector, again a very important emphasis. We have repeatedly seen it across the papers. Population distribution for SC/ST is different across the different parts of India. The land utilization in Eastern Ghats. Dairy sector. Now dairy sector, there were two questions. One was on this and then there were another questions related to bovine population. The next was on the interstate disputes, cottage industries and reviving the cottage industries in India. The rural settlements. Now in that section we have seen urban settlement, and here rural settlement has been important. So two questions on rural urban divide. So again there was a question on rural urban fringe that has been highlighted. Watershed as a unit for planning, geospatial and geocultural regions in northeast India. Again cultivation of foxnut. Now this was one of the very important case studies that we have discussed. Foxnut, known as makhana in Hindi, is one of the very staple production areas in Bihar, and it is known for its intensive labor intensive processes, right? Urban heat island, one of the very very important and expected questions under the climate change phenomena. Urban heat island, we have discussed the case study and a specific module on answer writing for urban heat island. If you look onto 2 years back, we have covered this topic. Extensively important. Sagarmala, again a detailed video has been covered onto it. The gender ratio in population and the impact of child gender ratio is again an important question. Droughts and the concepts with reference to the food production and availability, land degradation, blue economy, green architecture. Now this is a question in line with keeping or redesigning the new homes where you have lesser of carbon footprints and more of natural energy that could be used. So creating solar rooftops as one such example, creating windows and panels in such a way that you have more natural lights coming in, so you use less of artificial lights. Assessing the regional planning in India, and with reference to international boundaries, there were questions related to it, right? So those were some of the topics that we have discussed here. Now coming on to another important aspect that we would be focusing on, and that is the section that we have focused on, and that is geography of India. Now geography of maps, we definitely have covered few of the very important ones, but this time most of the questions were contemporary, which are covered regularly on the channel. Now under the geography of India, we have seen there were direct questions on vegetation and soil patterns, a lot of questions on resources, the land resources, energy resources, and predominantly the agriculture, the productivity and the cropping systems, poultry and the bovine population, again a very important sector that was covered this time. The next is under industries. The main idea was the kind of changes in the industrial patterns. Transport, one of the important topics, but not that many questions. But yes, scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, the tribal areas and classification, again an important question. Demography, the gender ratio was a direct question that was asked. Under settlements, rural settlements and the rural urban fringe. As you can see, even the topics are directly there from the list of the topics that we have provided here. So those were some of the very very obvious questions. And then yes, the basis for the various international boundaries and the issues related to those. Finally, we have talked about the contemporary issues, and these include the various patterns and the changes with respect to the demography. So those were some of the very very direct questions that have been discussed and covered. Now in case you have any questions or queries, feel free to connect back to us. Thanks for joining in, and this was a quick analysis for your UPSC paper. We will be covering the detailed sessions in the further classes, and of course the detailed model answers for all of these are available on Doorstep Tutor on the link below. Thanks for joining. Have a great day. Wish you all the best.